What's up, everybody? Billy here, Respect the Game podcast, doing a New York Jets at Buffalo Bills preview. Follow us on the socials at the RTG podcast on all the socials. Find us, we're there. How you guys doing today? Good, I hope. So this is going to be kind of a preview like we had with the Patriots, which again, I didn't do. It was on the main recap, blah, blah, blah. Jets are in the mood to play spoiler. Buffalo needs to win to get that second seed locked up. With the Ravens winning on Christmas, they are now one game apart. If Buffalo loses to Sunday, if Buffalo loses against the Jets, the third and second seed will be up for grabs the last game of the season with the Baltimore Ravens and our beloved Buffalo Bills. So let's hope let's hope Sunday, the game with the Jets and the Bills are victorious. That second seed is an important place to be. Everybody comes to Buffalo until the championship game if the Chiefs stay in it. So that being said, let's preview the game here quickly. Jets at Buffalo, -10. Bills are favored -10, over under 46. We'll check that in a second. You got Rodgers. He's, 3,500 yards, maybe, 200, 250 to maybe get 4,000. He may want to come out balls to the wall against Buffalo. Brees Hill, probably not going to get 1,000 yards, but they'll probably give him the ball. What I'm looking at when it comes to the Jets, again, end of the season, no playoff implications whatsoever. Garrett Wilson to get 1,000 yards. Devontae Adams to get 1,000 yards. Now, Adams has got a little bit over 200 with the Raiders and just over 700 with the Jets. So he's got over 900 yards right now. I don't know if there ever was a receiver that switched teams midseason and got 1,000 yards. I don't know if that's something, but my guess is he wants 1,000 yards on his resume. Rodgers is going to give it to him. So he's got 719, a few hundred to get 1,000 as a Jet. Already has 200 plus with the Raiders. That may be something. And we know Buffalo's run game, again, here's the weird thing. Buffalo's run game is not the best, all right? It's not. You can run on Buffalo. The Jets have a great running back, but for some reason choose not to use them. So I'm not worried much with the run game with Buffalo and the Jets. The Jets will find a way to screw that up. They got to get Rodgers his numbers. He's got to pass the ball. As if you're a Rodgers guy or not, what the word on the street is, over the years, he's not the best teammate. So he may not be the most coachable guy. He may want to go out there and just throw it to his boys, get them all 1,000, all that stuff. Could play into the hands of the Bills. For Buffalo, Allen's doing 236 a game. I'm not mad at that. 26 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Rating is pretty good. Cook could get 1,000 yards. He's got 928. Let's hope he gets that 1,000 this week at home with Bills Mafia. On the road next week or the following week at Patriots, you still want him to get 1,000, but I am a do it at home guy. Win the championship at home, win the best games at home, break the records at home. I want to celebrate with the people. That's my mindset. So he can get 1,000. Shakir, 796 yards, 200 to get 1,000 yards. He's got 2 games to get it. Who knows how it's going to play out? Kicking, passing, all that stuff. So for me with this, when it comes to Buffalo, to me, it's a Jets are playing spoiler. We know that. It's not a big concern, except for you got to get that second seed. So they have to come up ready to go against a subpar team. I did the recap of the Bills Patriots last week, where I talked about Buffalo playing down to the level of competition. This could be another one of those games. They could come out flat. Not going to beat a dead horse, but that's coaching. Let's hope they come out ready to go. You didn't go balls to the wall, but you got to lock up that second seed. All right? And if you lock up that second seed at New England, maybe you play the starters for a half. You give them a second half to rest and focus on the game coming up the first week of the playoffs. Years and years ago with the Peyton Manning and the Tony Dungy, I'm not a Dungy guy. They lock up the division by week 14, week 15, and they sit their guys in the last 2 or 3 games. Then they have a first-round bye, and then they get blown out the first divisional game because they're not prepared. I am a play guy. Stay ready, be ready. You don't got to get surprised and get knocked out playing against a subpar team who had to stay hungry and had to win. I think McDermott is more of that side. The we'll take our time, we'll go get them BS. I don't need that. Play your guys. Don't be stupid with them. But I think Buffalo needs to play in that last game of the season to stay focused, to stay hungry, sit them in the second half. If they're winning or losing, if they have the second seed locked up, it doesn't matter. But I do think you have to play them a little bit to keep them ready to go. Not crazy. You don't want them to get hurt, but you got to stay loose. You got to stay hungry. You got to get that mindset. So here with the game Sunday, NFLweather.com at kickoff, supposed to be 54 degrees, 23-mile-per-hour winds, likely rain. A lot of humidity, cloud coverage, going to be raining tomorrow, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, in the mid-50s, raining the entire time, windy the entire time, 23 to 28 mile-per-hour winds, gusts of over 40. So that's what I'm saying. The wind, the sustained winds, 23 miles per hour. The sustained winds above 20 miles per hour. The gusts at times, 35 to 43 miles per hour. Weather could be an issue. If you're a bettor, we talked before about the over-under -10. That's not a big deal. Buffalo can go score quick. The points, I think it was, what was it, 43? 46? Over-under 46. Is the weather going to play a part? I always bet, except for last week, it's a trap game. I've seen Buffalo do it so many times, play down to their competition. I did not bet the over team points that I usually do, which is anywhere from 24 to 26 points. I always pick the over. I didn't bet last week. Something about it didn't feel good. It was at 28. Didn't trust it. This week, right now, I believe it's at 26 again. The weather's a big deal. Is Buffalo going to score more than 26 total points? They're a team that will go out to make sure they win. They'll put up 40 like that. Do they have that mindset? Does the coaching instill in them, we must win this game to lock down the second seed? I don't think McDermott is like that. I think it's Josh Allen is the fire of that team. If he's in it, the team's in it. If he's nonchalant, which you can go back and watch the game against the Patriots, if he's out there, hey, I'm doing my thing, the team goes that way as well. As Allen goes, the Bills go, okay? McDermott has nothing to do with how that team operates except for the bad parts. And if you want to get at me, at the RTG podcast, bring it, talk smack, it's fine by me. There's nothing you can do to convince me that McDermott keeps this team ready to go. He is the reason it's being held back with poor penalties, poor time management. I will say it till I have no more words in my mouth. That being said, I hope Buffalo wins. They should win. They should beat the crap out of the Jets, okay? That second seed is still there. With a win, it's locked up. Buffalo has it. You got to pay attention to the Ravens. They're right there with Buffalo. If Buffalo loses this game, Week 18 becomes very serious. So let's win this one. Let's shut it down and give our guys some playing time, but some rest as well. Again, with the Jets, you're going to get Can you get 1,000 yards season with the Jets for Devontae Adams? I think they're going to be pass heavy. The weather may slow that down. Again, 50 degrees throughout the game. Raining, heavy chance of rain. Wind, 20-plus sustained mile-per-hour winds. Gust of over 30 at times. It's going to be interesting. We'll see how the weather plays a part. Go Buffalo. Lock down that second seed. And then we'll worry about next week at New England. If we got to play hard, not play hard, rest, not rest. Let's get it all figured out next week. But for now, go Bills, beat the Jets. At the RTG podcast, Jets and Bills preview. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Respect the Game podcast. Like, subscribe, share. You guys have a great day.